All right, if you run a business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Manual bank reconciliation. It's that 4-hour nightmare that just seems to eat up your weekend. Well, we're going to show you how to turn that into a simple 15-minute review. Let's dive in.
Oh man, does this sound familiar? We have all been there. That sinking feeling of dread, knowing you have to sift through, I don't know, hundreds of transactions, trying to match your books to the bank statement. It's that one task that just hangs over your head.
Yeah, we're calling this the Sunday reconciliation nightmare. And for good reason, right? Because that's what it feels like. It's this miserable hunt where the only prize is getting your numbers to finally match up. And it feels like it takes an eternity.
And this is the conversation you have with yourself, isn't it? You're just staring at two charges that look almost identical, trying to remember a purchase from 3 weeks ago. Before you know it, you're digging through a pile of receipts, and poof, 15 minutes have just vanished on one single transaction. And then you get to the absolute worst part of the whole thing. You've spent hours, you were so close, but you're off by some tiny, minuscule amount, 2 cents. You know you can't just let it go, so you end up spending another hour hunting for pennies. It is absolutely maddening.
So, what ends up happening? You either give up, or maybe you force it to balance with some kind of reconciliation discrepancy entry. But here's the dangerous part. Your books slowly become fiction, you stop trusting your own numbers, and you start making really important business decisions based on what are basically fantasy numbers.
But look, this isn't just about being a tidy bookkeeper. This is way more fundamental than that. This is about the actual health and, frankly, the survival of your business. The stakes here are incredibly high.
So let's just be super clear about what we're talking about. Bank reconciliation is just the process of making sure your records, what you have in QuickBooks, are a perfect mirror of what your bank statement says. It's how you prove your numbers are real.
And make no mistake, this is absolutely non-negotiable. Your accountant can't file your taxes without reconciled books. A bank will practically laugh you out of the office if you ask for a loan with messy financials. And most importantly, you can't confidently decide to hire someone or buy new equipment if you don't trust your numbers.
Okay, but what if we could take all that tedious, error-prone, just soul-crushing work and hand it off to a machine? Well, this is where the automated solution comes in, and it lets you get back to actually running your business.
The new process is actually incredibly simple. First, you download a file from your bank. You upload it, type a single sentence, a one-line command, and then you just wait about a minute. After that, all you have to do is review the handful of items the system couldn't automatically match. That's really it.
The best way to think about this is like a new partnership. The AI does all the heavy lifting, the matching, the flagging, finding the duplicates. Your job gets boiled down to the high-level task of just reviewing the few exceptions and making the final call. You become the editor, not the writer.
Okay, so let's make this real. I want to tell you about Maria, a restaurant owner who was literally losing her Sundays to her bookkeeping. So before, Maria was spending about 4 hours every single month on this one task. I mean, that's a full half-day of work, usually on her only day off, all dedicated to matching hundreds and hundreds of transactions.
And now, with this new automated process, her total time commitment is just 15 minutes. No, seriously, 15 minutes. All she has to do is review the exceptions that the system flagged for her. The transformation is it's staggering. I mean, when you see it on a chart like this, the difference is almost ridiculous. We're talking about going from 240 minutes of pure manual drudgery down to a quick 15-minute review. The tedious work almost completely disappears. And you know, this really starts to add up over time. By saving nearly 4 hours every month, Maria gets back 45 hours every single year. That's more than a full work week that she can now put back into her restaurant, her family, or, just herself.
Let's even put a dollar figure on this. If we say her time is worth, I don't know, $50 an hour, that 45 hours she gets back is worth over $2,000 a year. So this isn't just about convenience. There is a real, tangible financial benefit here. But at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just saving time or money. It's about what you gain when the process is no longer a painful chore. And what you gain is confidence.
This is the before and after, right here. This is the total transformation. You go from the state of constant stress, where your books are always behind and you're making decisions based on guesswork, to a place of clarity, where your books are always up to date and your decisions are based on actual facts.
And that confidence, that's what unlocks real growth in your business. It gives you the certainty you need to make those big moves, to hire that next person, to invest in new equipment, or just to know when it's safe to pay yourself. It gives you the freedom to actually lead.
So I'll just leave you with this question. If you got that time back, more than a full work week every single year, what would you do with it? Would you focus on sales, spend more time with your family, or maybe, just maybe, finally take a guilt-free weekend off? That's the real power here.